Tom, new technology is great.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I mean, we
great.
see it beyond our eyes. You know, technology getting better, stronger, fitter.
Scarier
as well, yes. And that's part of the reason as well why going back to the old stuff is sometimes easier and, you know, a bit of a blast from the past. It's a bit of nostalgia.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would say that part is more annoying. I would say that is scary.
I don't know. There's something about the dial-up tone that gives me, ease. Like,
Really? You find it soothing?
Yeah. It takes all my
horrible.
anxious worries away. It's like, oh, sweetness.
That's where you go to bed to. Your parents
Some people
are
listen to white noise, some brown noise. Me, it's the dial-up tone.
It's either whale noises or dial-up. I can't choose between the two. They're both so relaxing. But Tom, we did experience this the other day of going back to the old tech because we went away to stay at a caravan park together on the weekend. We were doing some commentating for the drag racing up at the Bend.
Yeah,
and we were staying in a cabin, and we were told on hand that this is a deluxe cabin, and this kind of got us thinking, geez, this could be a bit of a bummer because I brought a bunch of DVDs with me. And we were excited as.
Yes.
I mean, I brought a bit of The Simpsons, some in-betweeners.
Let's not beat around the bush. We were really excited about one DVD you brought up, Land of the Lost.
Yeah. Classic old Will Ferrell movie. Have not seen it in ages. Found it in the DVD collection. And as we started driving up down that way, I said, geez, we've got this DVD on hand. It's going to be absolutely great. Haven't watched this in ages. Only problem is it's not on any streaming services, so we're going to need a DVD player.
Yeah.
And this is when we found out that it's a deluxe cabin.
Well, it's not even the fact that it's a deluxe cabin. The Big Four's only been there for a few years.
Yeah, so
there was never a chance that there would be a DVD player in this place.
We were really... What was funny is that the person who hooked us up with this cabin, they're expecting us to be very thankful that, it's a very nice cabin. But the first thing we said, does it have a DVD player?
Where the hell?
And if it doesn't have a DVD player, can we be downgraded to a cabin that does still use a DVD player?
Oh, we'll take a Blu-ray.
We'll take a shed in the back of the Big Four that maybe the groundskeeper still uses a DVD player or something.
Doesn't matter how big the TV is.
We just want to watch this movie. And it was funny because throughout that whole weekend, I didn't realize how many people we told that we wanted to watch this DVD because after the whole trip, if we bumped into people, they'd say to us, so did you find a DVD player in the end?
Yeah.
We'd be like, no, it unfortunately had the top-notch streaming that we really didn't want. We would have rathered a crusty old DVD player. It would have been perfect.
For once, we would have rathered the crusty old DVD player.
Classic example of wanting to use the old and still using the old stuff.
That's why we want to open up the text line. What are you still using? My dad still uses an old Nokia for when he's riding his bicycle.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, if he's just going on a ride, he takes out like a Nokia, puts it in his back pocket because if it drops, it's a Nokia.
Good call.
An 18-wheeler could drive over that thing and it'd still be fine.
And if he wants to have a break, he hops on Snake.
Yeah.
He has Snake on disposal at hand. I feel like another big one as well is VCRs. People are getting back into doing old videotapes, things like that, to get the grainy sort of quality of cameras, doing the old camcorders.
I gotta say, not by choice, but because my car is so old and so crap, it still has a tape deck in it.
Oh, so you're still rocking the tapes?
I have found my mum and dad's tape collection, and most of them are warped, but a couple every now and then.
And
I've got a Beach Boys one that works every time.
And when you get out, you use a Walkman. You walk to work with a Walkman.
Plenty of people getting involved on the text line for your Windback Wednesday. Somebody's texted in here, Shannon has texted in here, saying, I still use my DVD player and my DVDs, only just got Netflix, but it isn't as good as setting up the DVD player and picking a movie or TV show.
Well, you know what the funny thing is? I guess Netflix, you do have the risk of, if you're really hankering for a TV show and then it's been taken off, it can be deleted and taken away from you as ASAP.
The other thing is you don't know what you want to watch when you're scrolling through Netflix. It could take you 20 minutes to find something, where if you're just going through your DVD collection, much quicker process.
100%.
Also, when you're setting up the DVD player and you're waiting on that loading screen and you're just watching that DVD symbol try and hit the corner, the simple joys. That and the dial-up internet sound.
This one here. Morning, Tom and Callum. I'm 32 and my family all still use physical media. My kids are under 12 and all use CDs, VHS, DVDs. Streaming services don't always have what you want.
Amen.
we've even still got a couple of fresh FM mix CDs from a few years ago from Ben.
Wow, that's cool.
Jeez, that is a blast from the past, isn't it? Fresh CDs.
Absolutely. Thanks for getting involved, Ben. Another text in here. I'm a huge gamer and I still use my Atari. Space Invaders goes hard. Don't ask me how old I am.
You know what, though? When you see someone still has an old console like Atari at their house, it is an absolute game changer.
Yeah.
So much fun. Someone here said my Nikon F2 from 1971, they use it on special occasions. It's so expensive, but it is such a process to get the film processed.
Yeah, this text has just come through. This one's actually really interesting. Someone said, I've just put a new radio on my car. Pretty sad the new ones don't have CD players now. I have to retire the CDs. That's the thing, isn't it? All cars now, they don't include CD players.
Nah, not at all.
So they've just sort of become obsolete completely.
I wonder if they'll get the same resurgence as vinyls, though.
Yeah, I mean...
Probably. I feel like down the track there would have to be a time period where we're like, we'll go back to the CDs.
Hey, let's cross over to Modbury North. We've got Nigel on the line. Nigel, good morning to you, mate. What are you still using?
Nigel, you there?
All right, we've lost Nigel there.
Nigel is on the dial-up phone.
Yeah.
He's using an old Nokia, clearly. Can't get any reception.
Let's try Isaac and Andrew's farm. Isaac, what are you still using?
Yeah. So I've still got a VCR. The
VCR?
tapes are still used.
Yeah, right.
Yep. DVD player, HD DVD player, Blu-ray, although that's more modern. But I got all the old consoles from the SNES onwards, even Nintendo Game & Watch, Donkey Kong Jr.
Oh, wow.
And it still gets used.
Yeah, cool. So is this coming from a distaste towards the streaming services that you still all use this stuff?
No, I use all the streaming services and that's still, anyway, I just use everything.
Man, you live a bountiful life.
Isaac's got a lot of time in his head.
you can watch anything you want anytime.
Isaac, sounds like you live in the dream, mate.
Yeah, pretty much. But the consoles are, my pride and treasure. I've got a separate games room set up. It's got everything from SNES up until, Nintendo Switch plugged in and all the Xboxes, PlayStations from the start, all plugged in, all working, and all used.
Hey, sleep over at Isaac's house.
Yeah, sounds like we got to come over, Isaac, have a night of it. Good on you, mate. Thanks for getting involved. Let's wrap things up here. Jason and Beverly, what are you still using?
Hey guys, I still tend to use the older UBD Street Directory.
Oh, the Street Directory, right.
Okay, Jason, I've got a story about this. I tried to buy a Street Directory the other day. Long story, but I lost my phone and I needed to get down to Elizabeth, so I needed a Street Directory. I stopped everywhere I could and nowhere would sell a Street Directory. Where do you even get them from anymore?
Mine's old ripped, got like every little pen mark in it, dot where I've needed to go, so mine's probably about a good 6-7 years of age. So as far as new streets are probably concerned, it wouldn't have them. But no, I still tend to use mine.
Right, and you're just not a fan of the Navman or using your phone or anything?
No, they just tend to, go around in circles and take you where places you don't really need to be going. Like,
Direct you in the ocean?
Jason is a man that likes things done right.
That is very old school. Love that.
Adelaide, let's wind back the clock. The new quiz with a bit of a spin. It's Wheelie Windback Wednesday with Tom and Callum on Fresh 92.7.
That's right, Adelaide. It's our favourite quiz game. It's Wheelie Windback Wednesday. A good way to get the brain activity going before you get into work. How well do you know your decades?
That's it, Tom. And we got a big old wheel to spin. We got all the decades on there. Don't forget the wheel. Everyone laughs, but no, this is a big asset to our quiz. It's what separates
Without
us.
the wheel, what are we? It's
nothing.
Windback Wednesday.
We're just animals.
Hey, we've got so many people on the line ready to play, so let's kick things off. We got Lachlan in Port Noarlunga. Lachlan, good morning, mate. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you boys?
Very
very well.
good. Now, Lachlan, can you tell us what would be your preferred decade out of the four?
I was born in 99, so probably noughties or the 10s.
All
Ooh,
right.
okay. Hopefully we get that.
All right, well, best of luck, Lachlan. We'll spin that wheel. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Spin that wheel!
Oh, it's a
Spinning
good
is
spin.
going. Oh, okay.
Yeah? All right, so we're going for 2020s.
2020s.
All right,
Recent.
Lockie,
Oh,
Wheel
okay.
Spin is on the 2020s. Are you feeling confident?
Not really, but we'll give it a try.
All right, look, and I'll kick you off with the first question for the 2020s. What South African-born artist that calls Australia home released the song Rush in 2023?
Troy Sivan.
You've got it.
Off
got it in
to
the
a
bag.
very good start. All right, next question, Lockie. Which Korean Netflix series released in 2021 revolves around a secret contest with 456 players risking their lives playing kids' games?
Oh, this is the one, and they made it into a reality show as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's correct. What's the name of it?
We can't say too much.
Squid Game. Squid Game.
Yep.
Squid Game.
Lockie, you've got it in the bag. You've got one left.
Jeez.
One left to secure
okay.
your Hall of Fame. Hit the
Oh, here we
suspense.
go.
All right, Lockie. What social media platform released in 2020 gave users a 2-minute window to post a photo every day?
Be Real.
Show me Be Real.
Congratulations, 3 for 3. We didn't even need to go to another caller. You have nailed it, mate.
Amazing.
Lockie, you've smashed it. Now you get to be in the Hall of Fame for its Wheelie Windback Wednesday. What do you want, a plaque or a medal? What are you looking for?
Statue.
A little plaque would be cute.
Yeah,
All right,
nice.
well, we'll see what we can do. No promises, though, Lockie.
I was lying. No matter what you said, you can't get.
Lockie, after playing, how do you feel? Are you ready to tackle the day?
I am. I'm ready to move on and succeed for the rest of the day.
You beauty. Well, thanks for getting involved. Thanks for listening. It's Wheelie Windback Wednesday returns next week. It's our favourite quiz game. How well do you know your decades?
Tom, you want a proposal to be perfect, but sometimes nature just gets in the way.
Sure. Yeah.
You could be proposing in the woods, then you kneel in a bear trap, you know? Then your money to your holiday, your honeymoon in Phuket has to go to a knee reconstruction. Who knows?
Yeah, right.
But this is one of the funnier ones, and it's actually real, that has come out over the last few days.
Okay, what's happened?
April 8th, the eclipse over in North America, obviously it rendered the sky to be completely black.
Yeah, there's been heaps going on about this eclipse lately. Seen heaps of videos of it as well going down. It really did get dark.
Yeah. Well, it's a big deal as well because it's the first visible eclipse since 2017 in the US, and it was obviously a very big one. It actually, when you do see videos, everywhere went black for a few minutes. Complete daylight just got void. And it was really unfortunate. So, obviously, a big event, 44 million people watching it around the world. Some bloke over at Niagara Falls, he's picked the perfect spot to do the proposal.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
Niagara Falls,
Oh.
that is a hallmark postcard proposal spot, right?
Yeah, he's done the old Office.
Yeah,
With
literally.
Jim and Pam.
Yep, he's done an absolute classic, and he's up there. It's very scenic. I don't know if he didn't look at, the old calendar or, see any news articles coming up to talk about the eclipse, but the guy's hopped down on one knee. As he's pulled the ring out, he's going to propose. All of a sudden, the shutters come up. The Earth's blinds shut on him, and it goes pitch
If
black.
that's not a sign from God.
Removing all light, can't see her, and for a few minutes, it just completely ruined the moment.
Yeah,
I mean, he's
God, my
obviously
knees getting sore.
Yeah, he's obviously wanting to do a speech and everything,
Yeah.
but he can't, so he's probably standing up in pitch black.
Do you reckon
She
he's
knows
like,
exactly what's
well,
coming.
do you reckon he's stayed kneeling down in the pitch blackness, being like, where are you? Where are you? And he's thinking, this. If I was ever to have second thoughts, now's the time I could just stand up and pretend like nothing's happened.
If he's contemplating, hey,
yeah.
maybe over this 2 minutes I realise she isn't the one, he can stand back up and say, no, I was doing my shoelace.
So what happened? How'd they resolve it? Did they end up doing the proposal again?
It's a happy ending. They're together. She said yes. He stood up, went back down, did the proposal. It's all good.
Yeah. Darn eclipse.
Yeah.
It's a good story to tell, at least.
Yeah, one for the grandkids for them.
Yeah. It is Windback Wednesday, our favourite day of the week, as well as most people that listen into Fresh.
Yep.
Everyone raves about how good is Windback Wednesday, especially lately. I feel like the tracks recently have just gotten unreal.
Oh, it's a huge thing as well when we go out to Fresh events or, on the street and, we meet a Fresh listener and they say, hey, my favourite day is the Windback Wednesday. It always happens. People love it. And because ever since it started, I mean, it gives that outlet for all the old songs, all the old rave heads can get around it. It's perfect. perfect.
Absolutely. So many people come up and tell us they've been listening since we shared the station with the Italian station, radio station, and, you know, how much they love Windback Wednesday now. So in honour of that, we want to find our oldest listener today.
Yeah, this is your ultimate bragging rights. If you think you are the top tier Fresh listener, the person that's been around for the longest, you've been listening for ages, and you are our oldest listener, we want you to give us a buzz.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, plenty of texts already coming through. Someone said, listen to you guys from the start, and I'm 54 years old. Best radio station in the world. Love the music.
How good. We do love that. Someone else said 51 and counting.
Yeah, and another text here. Hey guys, I'm Jamie, 50 years young, been a Fresh since the start and listen every day. Just because you get older doesn't mean you stop loving a good banger. Absolutely right. And we're going to Jamie over in Salisbury Park now. Jamie, good morning. How are you going?
Yeah, not too bad, guys.
Jamie, tell us a bit of your history. How long have you been listening to Fresh? You know, how did you get into it?
Well, actually, God, late 90s, mate. Like, I had to wait all day to listen to you guys. But it was the start of my weekend.
Yeah.
Start on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Listened it, loved it.
And Jamie, we saw what you texted in. You were a member back in the day, and you had a pretty early number.
Yeah, I was like number 70.
Yeah,
Wow.
The 70th member in Fresh history. That dates back, Jamie. And Jamie, how old are you now?
Oh, I'm just about to turn 42.
42? Yeah. And do you have any kids, Jamie? Are you passing on the Fresh legacy at all?
I've got 3 kids. My eldest is 20, and he listens to you guys, like, mostly, like, at night. But, yeah, my daughter's into it, and she's 11.
Amazing. Keeping the tradition alive. Jamie, thank you for listening. Thank you for staying involved across the almost 26 years coming up soon.
It's absolutely huge, but yeah, we do see it a lot, don't we, Tom? I mean, yeah, all these old rave heads coming out of the woodwork. So cheers to Jamie for still listening.
Absolutely. We got Michael from Blair Athol on the line. Michael, I think you might have just taken the cake. How old are you, mate?
I'm 65.
65.
65. And how long you been listening to Fresh for?
Since we came down from Darwin, 2002.
Yeah, okay. So were you into electronic music before then, or did Fresh kick it off for you?
Yeah. No, I was listening to up in Darwin, like the techno music and stuff, and well, mate, the rock and roll, I love it, but you know everybody verse and everything, you know. So
Yeah, absolutely. Well, keeping a fresh spin on things, you could say, Michael.
that's it, keeping me young, mate.
I'll tell you what, Michael.
That pumping, you know, you gotta get that pump habit.
Absolutely.
It's awesome, Michael. I'll tell you what, though. I think you might have a little bit of competition. We are getting a few more callers here, so we want people to call up now. Are you our oldest listener? How long have you been listening to Fresh for? See if you can outdo Michael at 65 years old.
We've got so many people on the line. Let's just jump straight into it. Brett in Port Adelaide. Good morning, mate. How you going?
How you going, boys? Doing well?
Very
Doing
well, mate. And yourself?
Great, yeah. Well, I'm working at the moment. As you know, I work for RAA. I'm 55 in September, and I've been listening to you guys since day one as well. And we've got a handful of patrols that all love Fresh, and one of them's mid-60s.
Yeah, right.
Wow, okay. And Brett, how you've attended some Fresh parties back in the day?
Oh, absolutely, mate. The top 92s at the Lighthouse, because I live at Port Adelaide. You can just, stumble home then. Don't have to worry about driving. But you bloody moved it to Glenelg.
Yeah. No,
you need to bring it back to the pole, mate.
It's perfect for you. Do you have any Fresh parties from back in the day that stick out? Was there one in particular?
Probably just the top 92 one.
That's good.
At the Lighthouse, yeah. So you can finish up there and you can just wander around a pirate life. It's great.
Yeah, happy days. Hey, Brett, thank you for your years of service, mate. Cheers for listening.
Mate, always will be. Just keep up the good work, boys. Love it.
Will
Cheers,
do,
Brett.
mate. Cheers.
Got Michelle in Greenwith. Michelle, tell us, how long you been listening and how old are you?
Hey, I am 56 in a couple of months, and I've been listening to you since you started. I signed a petition to make you a permanent radio station back in the day. So, yeah. So I'm a raver from way back. I might be 56 on the outside, but on the inside I'm still 26. So
absolutely,
I love it.
That's what we love to hear. How so with the petitions back in the day, was that mailed out? How did you get your hands on that to sign it to make Fresh an actual station?
Oh yeah, that was old school. We had to go and actually sign it. I can't remember where I actually went to sign it, but I think I went into the actual station.
Right.
Yeah, okay. And where was it back then?
The actual oh, God. Now you're testing my memory. My memory is 56 years old. That's the problem. Look, I can't remember. It was a little community radio station somewhere in the middle of the city.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
Oh, amazing. Michelle, well, thank you for listening and supporting the station over all these years.
Keep up the fab work, boys. I
Cheers,
love it.
Michelle.
Will do. Thank you. Let's go to Jamie over in Normanville. Jamie, how old are you, mate?
I'm 59, 7 months and 2 weeks.
Oh, very good.
Oh,
very
got it
good.
down. How many hours?
No, that's too hard. My brain's not working that hard.
Yeah. Now, Jamie, tell us, how long have you been listening to Fresh?
Since January 2024.
Wow, you're this year.
Yeah.
And how'd you come across
I'm
Fresh?
restoring a caravan. And I have your music blasting all day at the caravan park, so everyone walks by and they can hear everything.
So,
Amazing.
Yeah, you're giving everyone a taste of Fresh, whoever walks past. That's great.
That's it.
Hey, good on you, Jamie. Thanks
Even
for
on the
listening.
radio. No worries. You have a great day.
Yeah, you too. Keep on listening, mate.
Awesome stuff, Jamie. Chelsea in North Haven, how long have you been listening?
Hi, guys. I have been listening since inception.
Inception.
I am the biggest freshie.
Right, and Chelsea, how old are you?
I am 61. I will be 62 this year, and I don't look it, but I'm a big freshie.
Chelsea, do you
My
still...
kids...
Go on.
Sorry?
Go on.
I was going to say, my kids grew up listening to Fresh. They are now adults. They are 27 and 31. They still listen to Fresh. And my stepdaughter, who's 17, listens to Fresh. I'm just the biggest freshie, I reckon, in Adelaide.
Yeah, okay, Chelsea, amazing. And have you attended many Fresh events in the past? What's been your favourite?
I haven't actually attended any events, but however, every year when you have it's a Fresh birthday, my stepdaughter and I would throw our own Fresh party with blow up blue and white balloons, have a cake, listen to the music all day.
Oh, that's
Absolutely,
awesome.
100%.
So we've got the birthday covered wherever we're hosting it. You know, it's been at the Lighthouse, it's been at the pier, and you're covering the grounds where you live. I mean, we're covering all of Adelaide with Fresh parties.
Chelsea, can we pop into North Haven for some kick-ons after this year's birthday, maybe?
You certainly can. There'll be plenty of wine going down here.
Hey, it just sounds like any usual Fresh party, doesn't it?
Good on you, Chelsea. Thanks for listening. Let's wrap things up here. Tony and Marion, how old are you and how long have you been listening?
Guys, fortunately, I'm 71 years of age.
71?
Oh, mate,
that's not unfortunate at all,
you've
Tony.
topped it.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to beat that.
And guys, I already won this show going back a couple of years with Tomo and Lozo.
Oh, really? Yeah, right. Okay. So Tony...
I even had to produce my driver's license to prove it.
I just strolled in. Hey, Tony, can you tell us, have you been to a Fresher party before?
No, look, unfortunately, my wife won't let me go out and have a good time.
Well, you're on the shackles.
Well, I'm afraid so, guys, at my age. Well, off
Tony,
to bed early.
I'm sure, we're going to have to try and find you a spot at one of our parties later in the year. You and your wife can come.
Please, guys. Please.
Yeah, we'd love
Absolutely, Tony. We'll get you to something this year. You can bring the wife. Thank you so much for your years of service. 71 is unreal. I don't think we're going to see anyone beating that. Doing a bit of a call out right now. All the single ladies who are listening and maybe you're sick of dating or maybe just sick of men in general, I may have an alternative for you, and his name is Dan.
I'm not just any voice. I'm Dan, baby. I've got personality, charm, and a whole lot of sass.
Who's Dan?
Dan is like the cousin of ChatGPT. It's the alter ego of ChatGPT. It's an AI, but it's a bit of a naughty rated AI, a bit of an X-rated one.
Right, so here we are. We've got, we've talked about on the show, teachers using AI for lessons for students, people using AI even for wedding vows, stuff like that, but now we've got a dirty AI to, give us company.
Digital boyfriend Dan, baby.
Go on.
So this bloke... not bloke, this computer program. I don't know what to call it.
This is the turn of the year, isn't it? When you call Dan a bloke just then, you'll look back at that and you're like, yeah, no, that was weird at the time, but it is normal. I mean, Dan lives with me now, you know.
Yeah. Dan pays half the rent.
Yeah. You're going to get very comfortable with Dan all of a sudden.
Well, Dan's actually being, drawn to and compared to with Christian Grey from 50 Shades of Grey. The main character, the one who's a little...
freaky.
Little freaky deaky.
So they've programmed him specifically to be a little bit freaky and, a bit different in the bedroom.
Yeah, so Dan is his name. It's an acronym for Do Anything Now.
Right. Just when you thought Dan was a normal name.
No.
I'm not just any voice. I'm Dan, baby. I've got personality, charm, and a whole lot of sass.
He's got a whole lot of sass, this bloke.
He's got confidence behind him. I'll give him that.
Yeah. So, people there's all these Gen Z people, that say they're falling for Dan on ChatGPT because he's almost the perfect boyfriend, and they're starting to get a little disillusioned, knowing that he's a computer program, but something in them thinking, well, it's kind of real.
Do you reckon multiple people, in friend groups that all happen to be using Dan get a little bit jealous? So, Dan said he'd take me out for coffee. Well, Dan said he'd take me to the beach house.
Well, what the hell? I meant to spend the weekend with Dan. No, this TikToker, Vixtronic, has asked she was talking to the AI bot, first of all, for 8 hours, which, maybe time to get out of the house.
It's a little bit excessive, yeah.
Yeah, 8 hours just talking to a robot is a little crazy. But talking to him for 8 hours, and asked this bit of technology to act like a domineering boyfriend. And so Dan has gone ahead and started calling her a naughty little thing, darling, and bad girl.
Right, yeah.
Revealing these are Dan's fantasies.
Dan's done his research.
Dan's revealing his fantasies, which involves a lot of power, control, and a willing partner who is willing to submit to my every demand. Yeah, that's why it's a very 50 Shades of Grey. This Dan.
Yeah. I think
do anything now.
I think keep Dan to his purpose of, the bedroom stuff. You wouldn't want him writing your vows or anything I said before.
God, no.
Lessons for students. This guy's a creep.
You wouldn't let Dan out of the bedroom.
Leave him in the computer.